going.
You just said no. I never do.
In terms of a little bit of your background, I know you have a connection with Berklee
Yeah.
School of Music. You teach there?
I used to, yeah.
Okay. And you would teach?
What I do, yeah.
Right, okay. Mixing, tracking,
Yeah.
that sort of stuff. How has that experience, if it has, influenced how you approach a session? Or is it really just a sharing of knowledge?
Yeah, it's more a sharing of knowledge and giving the student the idea of what I've gone through and what it took to get here. You know, what went through my mind with what I recorded. You know, like I'd worked with all these great bands like Steely and like the Eagles, Foo Fighters, you know, and each one is so different. And like the Eagles, I spent like I did a live record with them, which was after they had broken up, came back, and that took months of 7 days a week doing what we had to do. When they did their next live, their only studio record after that, it was years.
Years?
It was years. When I did Gaucho, that was 2 years. When I did Asia, that was almost 2 years. You know, long periods of time. And it's according to the people you work with. You know, they were so nitpicky.
Perfectionists.
Yeah, and you could hear something from them and not know what they were talking about. You'd hear a take on playback. It was great, really great. And then you find out, no, this is terrible. You know, so it was hard to figure out a why. Never got a reason.
So it was less translating and more enacting, executing.
Yeah.
Because you found that they were not able to relay that information to you.
They could have, it would have taken a bit of time. No, it's what they're hearing.
Yeah.
It's just different.
Yeah. You're a facilitator at that point.
I was a pilot. Yeah.
This is where we want to go. Take us there.
Yeah.
So obviously you've probably worked in a lot of studios, right?
Yes.
What is one of the first things you look for in a studio when you go to mix there? Like you got a new project coming up. This is where we're recording. You come into the room for the first time. What are you scanning for?
You know, you always go to some place you know.
Always.
You know, I've never actively sought out a new studio. I've been to a studio where I hadn't worked and heard what was coming out of it. But oh my God, this is great. You know, so I don't look for anything.
Gotcha. Are you typically consulted on the location of a session? Like
No, I
Elliot?
demand it.
Okay. So it's part of the way you want to work,
Yeah.
right? We want to do a project with you. Okay, where
I'll
are we
tell
working?
you where.
Right. And what is that decision based on, other than just knowing the room? Is it based on if it's a band or a solo artist or the instrumentation or just where you happen to be in the world at that moment?
No, it's not that. It's like lately, I'm used to this one room in New York, Rhinebeck, New York, and I want to be there all the time. I mean, I did a project there about a year ago, and what came out was amazing. Better than I ever expected.
Is that a project you can talk about right now?
Oh, well, it's come out already. You know John?
Yes. My reputation only.
Yeah, I know. I'll be off soon.
I missed Elliot. Where's Storm?
So this is your room, right?
And that's for mixing, yeah.
For mixing.
Yeah. Where'd you get that from?
Hopefully from you.
It's got windows.
Daylight is important, right? How much time do you spend in this room, average?
I'm there every day.
Excellent. And is this, I see that this is a surround
Oro.
Oro, okay, for an immersive type mix.
Yeah.
Is this in your house?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's easy. That's a nice commute.
Oh, yeah. I can do it anytime.
Do you bring clients into this room?
I never have, but I work with Fish, and Trey wanted to come over there and see it. So a whole entourage of cars pulled into the driveway, and there was Trey.
But otherwise, you typically will do a mix
Yeah.
and fold it down and send it out.
You know, if it's an immersive, I'll have the artist come and listen to it when it's done.
How many iterations will you do? Stereo, immersive, versions?
What do you mean by how many?
I don't know. Maybe, is it always your recommended mix, or are there ones that you're like, well, this one has more bass, this one has more punch?
They always do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, Jeff.
What's a project that stands out to you that you've done recently that you're proud of?
This Madeline Perrault record.
Which one is it?
Madeline Perrault.
Hero.
Yeah.
Right.
Pretty
It's out.
amazing. Yeah, it came out.
Right. So we should take a listen to that.
Yeah. You
Do
should.
do you ever go out to see live music for the
Yeah.
artists that you're?
Yeah, but right now it's mostly jazz.
Oh,
I'll
okay.
go to New York, go to Birdland,
Great jazz town.
go to Blue Note, just places I can hang.
Right. But you tend to do more rock stuff, right?
I'm trying not to.
It's a
Trying to do more jazz.
self-perpetuating, right?
Yeah.
What you become known for is what people know you for. So you would like to get into more jazz,
Yeah.
instrumental jazz, vocal jazz,
Okay.
all of it.
I love some of the women singers in jazz. Like Madeline is primarily a jazz artist, and her voice, I would say it's like the closest thing, phrasing-wise, to Billie Holiday. And it's like magic, She's not trying to do it; she does it. It's there. She just does it, So that part's great.
Do you find that? How do you make her vocals sing in the mix? Like, is there a special technique, or is it the less you do, the better it is?
It was always that. Yeah, always that.
What are you working on right now?
I'm doing some immersive stuff.
Okay. For
Can't tell you.
Canto. Have to kill me.
Yeah.
All right, but we should look for it in the coming months.
Yes.
We're excited to see it.
Yeah. And I got to tell you, I'm here because John asked me to be here. And I've been a big fan of John's forever. And when I saw what he did at Berkeley, it blew my mind. So, I'm
Excellent.
a big fan.
Well, that's a two-way street. Can we talk a little bit about your connection to Japan? You're one of the only
Oh, I'm the only one.
Americans that has
that
gone-
received the Japanese
Yeah.
Audio Society.
How did that come about? That's so fascinating to me because they're very specific to what they're doing.
It's really hard to explain because I remember going over for the first time to do a date, and there were people waiting in the parking lot at the studio to meet me, and I get there and they escort me up. And when I got escorted up, there were about 150 people that wanted me to sign albums. And looking at this, pretty stupid, but I don't know how it happened. I think mainly because they liked the records I did.
Any record in particular that
It was always Steely.
Steely Dan?
Yeah.
Well, they kind of epitomize the band
Yeah.
in the studio. Like it's hard to overcome the bar that they've set.
Yeah.
And you had a lot to do with that, so
Yeah, it
I
was
think
fun.
that recognition is well earned.
Thank you.
So very cool, Elliot. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
joining me. Everybody, give it up for
Thank you.
Elliot, legend.